$6. Okay, how do I do this? Like, okay, I have this book I want to write. I want to write, let's say, a hypothetical story. I'm writer's block. How long do I make it? What is the title, the chapter? Like, how do I the writing process?
Bet. So I'm gonna give you all of those. I'm not gonna read them directly from the book, but I literally answer those specifically. Writer's block. There's no such thing as it. Psychology tip, spiritual tip, however you want to put it. No such thing as writer's block. When you feel like writing, write. When you don't. One of the things I talk about in the class is having a flexible deadline so that you're not pressuring yourself. Don't force anything onto the screen. Treat it like a part-time job. Even if I'm not doing much work and we chilling today, you still need to sit down and show up for work. I promise you, at one point, some ideas are going to come.
Thanks.
But if not, that's cool. You still need to show up, jot a couple things down. You still need to be there. So in terms of writer's block, no such thing. Don't put it on yourself. In terms of, what was the other question you asked? You said writer's block. You said, what was the other question?
The process, the writing process.
The process itself. One, your marketing can be done as soon as you want to write a book. You can post on whatever page, whatever social media you have. Hey, I'm going to be writing a book, or I've been waiting to share my story. I've been waiting to put this out. I'm finally going to put my book out. Boom, you already got people engaged. Next thing you do, you can start your rough draft process, or you can jump right into writing. I'll break it down. Are you an impulsive or an intentional writer? I'm myself an impulsive. I can save everything in my head, then I could throw it right onto the page. This is the only book you could say I kind of wrote backwards. Everything else, I wrote linearly. I wrote it right down chapter to chapter. So I knew where I was getting at with it. Again, I didn't force anything though. I took my time when I needed
Same thing with me when I do my poetry. When I do spoken word, it's kind of like these ideas come to me. And then what I do is, like, I even tell, like, I love that you had said this earlier when you was like set the mood. Like when I tell people, I don't know about their process, but let's say, like, for example, I have a poem that I'm going to release soon, which you liked it. It's called Depressed Black Man, and I shared a little bit of it. And I remember when I was writing that poem, I wrote it like a month or two ago. It's crazy how you can remember when you wrote stuff, you know? And I remember that day, I was feeling kind of down. You know, I was listening to down music, and I tell people, you kind of have to be in the mood in order to write whatever you're trying to write about sometimes. Not all the time. I'm not gonna sit there and say I had not been happy and I wrote dark and gloomy stuff, but it makes it easier when, like you said, you listen to the music, or you make the environment around like whatever energy you're writing about, you try to replicate that energy, if you know what I mean.
Capture the moment.
Yeah.
Again, right from the class, keep a pen, a notebook, pencil, whatever, some type of utensils nearby, your phone, whatever, so you could be taking notes. Whatever you see, if you're writing a fiction story, or if you are a poet, you're gonna see things all the time that inspire you. You're just typing it down, whatever you want to say, so that you can then post it or paste it, copy and paste it later, post it later. That's my whole Instagram page. It's literally random thoughts that might be in my head at the time. So, I might be feeling the type of way. It's just
so self-publishing. Okay, how long, like, because I think a lot of people get wrapped up in a lot of stuff like me. So that's why I want to ask a couple questions. Like, my people who are like me, I'm a poet. I consider myself a poet now that I got poetry online. I'm a poet. So accept your realities is what I tell people. Another thing is, I think a lot of us are like me. We're afraid, like, how much do I need to write? Okay, I'm writing poetry, that's dope, but I also want to write a book. Like, how do I, like, with me, I think this is what I'm trying to learn. And maybe, I know you probably give this advice in your class and stuff. I kind of try to journal, not really journal so much about myself, but so much about whatever topic I want to talk about within my books or even poetry. I try to work on it every day. Not that much. Like, I don't sit here and say, oh, I'm gonna sit down and write poetry for 4 hours, so I'm gonna write a book for 3 hours. It's like, no, I'm just put 20 minutes here. Like, it's the way I do it is the way I learn my foreign languages. I study micro learning, you know? So I like micro work, if that makes sense. Like 20 minutes here, wait 3 hours, another hour and 40 minutes there. I don't really like treat it like a 9 to 5. Like, I'm gonna sit here and just write all day and just, because I don't think that works well for me.
I put it in here that it's a part-time job that you're the boss of. You give yourself a schedule. You set it up to how you need to set it up. In terms of just the rough draft aspect, If you want to bullet point, bullet point. If you just write out random things on different pages, use different pages. If you want to type things on different pages, type it on different pages. If you want to break it down between chapters, sub-chapter, whatever, your theme, characters, whatever the specific thing is for that one sub-chapter, do that. Do what makes the most sense for you as an individual for your book.
Because I think what it is this, I think what I'm learning and that you're teaching me, obviously I learned from you everything that you post. You guys follow him. I'm going to, don't worry about this. I already know post edit. I'm gonna probably end up putting his Instagram page somewhere on him somewhere, but you'll be able to follow him obviously on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of that as well, because I'm learning so much from this brother when it comes to publishing and stuff. But so with the books, right? Okay. Let's do some hypotheticals. Okay, I'm done, right? Let's say I got 20 poems written. They're done. They're written. I want to make a poetry book. I think, these poems are done. They're completed. I'm done with them. They're my work. I want to get this published. What is my next step at this point?
Next step, if you didn't already, is put it on the screen. Start typing it, putting it together. Once you put it on the screen and actually put it together, you want to check for formatting. That's when you're going through all the proofreading, editing. If you specifically set it up and it's supposed to be, like I literally have it in here, if it's supposed to start from the left side or start from the right side, if it's supposed to be centered, check your formatting. See where everything is, make sure that's right. Keep saving. Go back through and reread. I personally will tell people, if you're writing a traditional book, reread every paragraph. As soon as you're done that paragraph, proofread that paragraph 2-3 times before you move on. So check for the formatting errors, check for the spelling errors, the double words. Next thing you're going to want to do, after going through the formatting and making sure all of that is good, you want to start, let's see, which direction do I want to take you in? Let's say then we're going to start saving excerpts. You should already be saving excerpts as you write, because you want to.
I don't know what that means, that term.
The excerpts are just the many things, like the poems itself, or at least a sentence, a word, a quote from your book, your poem, whatever it is, so that now you can be posting that and asking people, hey, this is an excerpt from my book. This is a quote from my book. Let me hear your feedback, because you want to be drawing in and getting engagement. People want to feel included. Tell people, hey, I'm looking for 2 or 3 editors.
So it's kind of like promo?
Yes. Start promoting early. Literally show your whole process. Gary
I already do that through my main. I'm pretty sure you gathered that already. Yeah, some of my, I know you're a writer, so I know you see what I do.
Gary Vee has something where he talks about documentation versus content. Documentation is you just sharing and talking about the experience, which is easy to
write that down. That's a note right there. That was a knowledge bomb. I'm gonna talk about that. Documentation. I need to write that down.
Content. I don't look for or try to find things to post. I just post what I'm doing, what's happening, what's going on. Even if I write a quote, that's something random I just typed in my head, or that's something random I thought about in my head, typed it in my phone, posted it on one of my templates, and then put the picture up. If I have a video, I literally call it a knowledgeable freestyle. I'm in the car, I'm driving, I'm moving around, I'm going about my day. That's me documenting. That's easy for me. It's documentation. It's not me trying to make content. I'm just putting out based off of what I'm doing.
Okay, poetry, right? Okay, I got 15 poems. The format's done. It's right. I promoted, let's say, a couple of lines for a month. People like it. They want my poetry. Now what?
Now it's time that if you didn't already, you get a cover. I highly recommend also putting your website together, and you want to get what's called your ISBN number, which is the ownership of your book. So when you start
ISBN stand for? Like, I don't know what that means.
It's the Identification Security Book Number.
Okay. And why do I need one?
This is what your ISBN is. It's the barcode. It's saying this. It's saying pretty much, in a sense, who owns your book or how people can find your book.
Oh, okay.
So you can have a free one. I highly recommend people, you can get a free one. This is the only difference with the free one versus one that you pay for. In terms of who it says it's published by, it's going to have your specific name because it's your ISBN in terms of who it's published by versus the company you might have published through. And then when you go to sell to retailers, there's a website called indiebound.org, which is where small bookstores and different retailers will buy books from independent authors. That is the site where they will tell you you have to own your ISBN number for us to carry your book.
Did you have other people carry your book?
Yeah, I got mine in multiple retailers. My old school's bookstore, both my old,
So you
my
teach.
senior college and another one.
So oh wow. Do you teach some of your clients on how to get their products into stores as well?
Yes, when we get into the marketing part of the book, we talk about how to get it into retailers. And the main thing is a pitch, but you have to have the ISBN under you to get it there for the most part.
I'm Mr. Black Knowledge. That's what they be calling me in these streets. So obviously that's the route I definitely want to go. I want to own it all. I do my videos. I write the only thing that I don't own, I'm gonna be honest with you, with my spoken word poetry, which I promote Black business owners. I work with Black producers, Black engineers. You guys know that. I work with Black, for example, I'm not gonna write this book by myself. Shelby's definitely gonna help me with it, especially what I think I might do, because I like to call myself out on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, because I always tell people, me, you talk about this all the time, accountability. So you kind of when you call yourself out on the internet, you kind of put yourself out there. So you guys know I do spoken word. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna work on maybe a poetry book, so I can do my process and work with brother Shelby, so we can show y'all that, okay, we did an interview together on YouTube, and then he actually helped me did it and show you how he just said what he said. I don't want him to give me all the nuggets on his interview right now, on his YouTube video right now.
It's a whole lot more information in the classes.
Exactly. So yeah, so definitely I definitely would say sign up for his courses if you're interested in self-publishing. I am, like I said, it's coronavirus right now, and a lot of people do have a lot of art that's wrote down right now. So what are my options? Like, okay, I don't have a Shelby, or I can't afford you right now. What can I do for free? What can you get? You got some free advice for me? What can you give me for free?
Start rough drafting, start writing, whether it's a Word document, whatever your software platform you're using to write it, you can start writing right away. It doesn't matter. You might have your book sitting for a year or so, or a couple months until you're ready or can purchase and go through whatever publishing route, but you can at least start writing now. You can start marketing now. You can tell people I'm looking to write a book, or you can tell people I'm writing a book. Not only that, you're going to start coming across a lot of people who want to work with you and want to help you in terms of, again, using that inclusion aspect.
Well, so many people told me I need books. They told me I need books now. That it was like, you should do poetry. You should write your own book. You should do this. And it's like, okay. At this point, okay.
You already have, I know that you have your team already. If you were an individual who didn't have a team, but might have already been growing a brand, growing a business, if not directly, somebody who knows somebody who does graphic design, who is willing to read and edit. You at least got friends and people who are willing to read and edit. You have resources around you so that, like I have here, just being realistic, because I know $6 is not realistic for everybody, but ISBN is about $150. To go through and work with 2 editors, I recommend 2 because one may not catch it. To work with 2 editors is $50 to $150 each. A cover design, if you go through Fiverr, can be from $20 to $100. And then that leaves you about $200 for marketing itself, $200 to $250 in marketing. Again, these are numbers that can be altered depending on how much research you do. It's a trade-off no matter what. Am I going to just put the money out to get it done, or am I going to trade the time to research how I can get it done in a cheaper or more efficient way? Mm-hmm. So realistically, $500 is reasonable. On Instagram, a promotion usually costs from about $15 to $50 on average. So that itself, once you set up a good marketing plan and scheme and template and everything for yourself, you're going to start drawing in whatever following base, word of mouth out of everything in guerrilla marketing. You can text everybody in your phone. You can just walk up to people. You can spread your information through word of mouth and let people know, hey, this is what my book is about. This is what I'm going to be doing. Those are free things you can do.
So, want to kind of wrap this one up so we can go ahead and get it out to the people and everything. What are ways how people can get in contact with you if they want to get your products and services regarding your self-publishing? Because I know that you do, hold on, let's fall back first. What are all the things that you offer your clients and customers and stuff?
All the things. So I have my books itself, and just for anybody who's looking to publish a 3-book series, I made it easier for people and just put it into one complete text. So instead of spending $60 for all 3 books, it's $35 plus the $5 with shipping, $40 to get all 3. So it's saving you $15, $20. But so I offer all the books itself on physical and e-copies. I have my audio book called Communitalk, which that one you could just go stream off of Tidal, Spotify, Apple, whatever your streaming platform is for music. You could just type in my full name, Shelby, Parris, and you could just go stream that. I do offer consultations and one-on-ones for people that do want to do that with 20-minute sessions. And I want to make sure you get the most efficient answers and everything out of your time paid for. So I always tell people, have your questions written down, have everything you want to talk about, because I'm able to answer those questions really quick and detailed. And if we go over a little bit, I don't mind that. If we end up going 10, 15 minutes over, I'm cool with that, because I want you to make sure you get everything that you need. I have the 30-day spiritual elevation, which I literally teach people, because people weren't telling me what they were manifesting from this book. So I don't know if people were applying it. I chose to make it 30-day spiritual elevation to force people to add and do these specific things that I was even doing at the time, where at 22, within 30 days of stating I was going to have a Porsche, I was able to go get a Porsche. So I'm teaching people specifically how I did that and elaborating more in terms of specifically how to raise your vibrations on the spiritual aspect. I have the self-publishing class, which is on sale right now. My goal is to make 2,000 authors this year. So right now the class is $55.55. So for those that are interested, it's going to be every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time at, like I said, $55.55. To me, I feel like that's reasonable. The class is about an hour and a half of direct information.
Self-publishing book, bro. Now that I think about it, you know what I might do? I might go live and buy it again, just to show Black people that Black men support other Black men. You know, that's what I might do.
Yeah, in terms of over delivering, so the self-publishing class literally comes with these 3 books. I give you the self-publishing book, the ebook in the class, plus you got the ebook of these 2 books, because these are the examples that I use, telling you the difference in how I did these books. So get the self-publishing book in the class along with doing the class. Again, that's only
so that's a part of the teaching. Nice. You get me.
Plus you got full access to me. You can DM me whenever, and then when I'm available, we'll schedule that time to talk after you paid for the class and did the class already. If you got a question that as soon as we're finished and you need to hit me up, if I'm available, sure, we can spend another 15 minutes.
Any last minute thoughts you got for the people, for the knowledge seekers?
I leave you with this quote right from this book. Life is as difficult as you make it to be, or as easy as you allow it to be. Just, if you're accepting of the things that happen and know that, okay, I'm in control of what I can control, what I can't control, I can't control. No need to react and get mad at things. Just maneuver around it. Stop putting stress and pressure on yourself.
Amen, brother. Amen to that. Hey guys, thank you guys for watching this. If you made it to the end of this amazing interview that we did, my boy Shelby, he's out of Jersey, he's doing great things, stay safe, it's coronavirus season, all of that. Thank you, for joining me on my platform and my YouTube channel and everything of that nature, and sharing your story with us and your journey and everything. So I appreciate your time, brother.
Most definitely. For everybody that is watching, I'm even exposed this because we talk to each other all the time. we talk to each other frequently. So this is really just us redoing conversations that we pretty much already had. But he just wanted to make sure that y'all were able to get that. So let me even say that, just so y'all can see and know the knowledge and the effort and the energy that he's willing to put out. Because
like, I'm legit getting a book. Like, I'm like, that's like legit. Like, this is not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is
we
legit.
talked 3 days straight, the last 3 days or something like that so far.